Social Darwinism is a theory formed in the late 19th century, which states that the laws of natural selection observed in nature by Charles Darwin can also be applied to human society. Social Darwinists argue that society coddles the weak, thus weakening the human race as a whole. They view medical science and law and order as a subversion of their cute little marketing slogan, survival of the fittest. These chemically imbalanced cunts, this is a fair and balanced video, by the way, are a fortunately small segment of the population, but they are not without their representation here on YouTube. Today we are going to focus on one representative of their cause in particular, a user by the name of Natural Selector 89. He is being chosen for three major reasons. First and foremost, he is the primary representative of this philosophy on YouTube. No one makes more videos on this exact topic than he does. Secondly, he refuses to defend his position to any subhuman that dares challenge it. Plus, despite Tanashiel's insistence to the contrary, he is quite the whiny bitch. Case in point, this excerpt from his hilarious, and I mean side-splittingly hilarious, YouTube user profile. I will read it in the most derisive voice possible, but even if I didn't, it would still sound ridiculous. Ahem. I'm basically getting more and more retards on my channel, saying I'm insane, crazy, or crap like that, because my views are different, apart from the moral majority. I am a dissident. I am an individual. I am an animal. I am a human. They are not. They live in a delusion which is called the real world. They say to me I must get a life. Heh. Well, all I say is that life is what every individual will make it be. There is no other meaning in this world and live than what individual determines it to be. They also feed my anger with their stupidity. I will give you a moment to laugh your ass off. Thirdly, he called me fat. Nobody describes me accurately and gets away with it. Nobody. Let's take a look at some of his videos. This will require you to read, so stop playing Halo and glue your eyes to the fucking screen, you damn nerds. Are you looking? Are you looking? Ha! Made you look. No, seriously, let's get started. I'm a busy man with a full schedule, and I don't have time to joke around with you. Oh, I'm so immature. I'm so juvenile. I'm so favoritable and 5-star rateable. Okay, for real this time, let's get to it. The title of the video we will be ass-raping into submission is Philosophy of Mine. I hope you're all good and hard, because this argument's got enough holes for everyone to fuck. Try to ignore the comedically terrible grammar. English is his 47th language. Why he makes his videos in it rather than a language he knows better, I have no clue. Perhaps he wants a bigger audience. Strange that a total misanthropic douchebag like him would desire such a thing, but who am I to judge? First of all, let's zero in on this word, devolution. This is probably an unfamiliar word to many of you, and for good reason. Its very existence is predicated upon a false premise. Biologists refer to the misconceptions of those who embrace the notion of biological devolution as teleology. Teleology is primarily defined as the doctrine that final causes exist, and is the exact same fallacy made by advocates of creationism. You see, devolution is the process by which a complex organism becomes more simplistic. What the devolutionists fail to account for is the anthropic principle. They fail to realize that higher and higher organisms is not the goal of evolution, that evolution has no goal to begin with, nor does it have any conception of higher or better. Evolution is a natural process that makes no value judgments whatsoever. Whether a monkey-like creature evolves into a man or a man evolves into a monkey-like creature, it is still evolution, not devolution. The hilarious black irony of the matter is that the solution proposed by social Darwinists to curtail their perceived phenomena of biological devolution is to embrace a doctrine of social devolution. More on that later, but let us progress. Inferior people as a majority. What does that mean exactly? Inferior to what? Inferior to who? Inferior to you, natural selector? By what standard? What the fuck have you done that's so special? Are you a brilliant physicist? Are you a painter whose technique is unsurpassed in the modern world? No! You're a pissed-off 18-year-old who edits together scenes from The Matrix and Natural Born Killers, speeding them up to make them look even more ridiculous than they already were, and adding KMFDM in the background. What's so funny about you is that right after you call people inferior, you bitch about how people like you are cast out as crazy or insane. You bully society and then bitch when it bullies you back. What a contemptible little faggot you are.
This world blew me away. This world never gave me a chance.
Wow, that sounds mighty scientific. Natural selection is a process whereby traits that increase the odds of survival are passed down from generation to generation via the ability of those who are more suited to a particular environment to breed. Do you know what an example of a successful survival trait for the human race would be? Conformity. That's right. Those who become part of a collective are more successful in confrontation because their numbers lend them an advantage over solitary humans. They breed more successfully because they are part of groups that contain larger numbers of the opposite sex to choose from. They live more successfully because more can be achieved working in a team. Groups are successful. Groups are in our nature. Groups are an evolutionary advantage. You see now what I mean about their solution to the made-up problem of biological devolution being the implementation of social devolution. At present, we human beings live in the most successful societies that this earth has ever known. Are they perfect? Fuck no. They never will be. Does that mean we should hit the reset button and start from scratch with the pseudo-Superman at the helm? Those weak-minded retards, ignorant idiots, and mindless mass humans are the ones who built your fucking house, who work in the stores where you buy your food, who check the oil in your car, who service the streets you drive on, who do the jobs that you and I don't do. Actually, maybe you do work in one of those jobs. I can picture you at the service desk with a grumpy-ass attitude, mumbling to yourself about how perfect and self-conscious and superhuman you are. Fat bastards and lardies are fat and lardy because we're successful, dipshit. We didn't suddenly evolve into an obese race. We simply reached a point in our evolution where we obtained such a mastery over our environment that food, once a scarcity, became bountiful. Mentally and physically disabled people include the brilliant mathematician John Forbes Nash and the famous theoretical physicist Stephen Hawking. I dare say that these individuals, despite their respective mental and physical handicaps, have achieved more than you ever will or could. Outright bullshit. Laws are not uniquely human. We're the first species on this planet to chisel our laws in stone, but we're far from the first to have them. Lion prides, ape colonies, and even beehives have complex social hierarchies and rules as to what is and what is not acceptable. Law and order is something that evolved out of necessity to ensure order within large, complicated social systems like the one that you and I are both a part of. Every time you use that computer sitting on your desk, a machine that could not possibly exist in the world you imagine, you are implicitly placing your signature on the social contract that binds you to the rules of your particular society. If you don't like it, I suggest ingesting arsenic, because you're nothing but a drain on this planet, a leech that wants to consume our resources without following simple rules like don't steal and don't kill. That said, your ideas are not utterly without merit. You are correct when you say that the masses are mindless, that they are trained by school and the media to be obedient and question nothing, that they are locked into an apathetic stupor. But so fucking what? You're not. Why not take your own advice and live your own life and not worry about what everyone else is doing? If you really want to be radical, why not work to effect change within the system? Why not work to change the things that you see are wrong? Those are the actions of a true radical. Those are the machinations of a real superhuman. There is a place for you at the table, if you want a seat.